Larry Wheels has left Dubai and moved to LA, but that doesn't stop him from arm wrestling. He recently competed left-handed in an arm wrestling tournament and he did quite well there. Last weekend, he had an arm wrestling practice session with a bunch of guys, including the former world bench press record holder and arm wrestler Scott Mendelson. As expected, Larry looks quite comfortable with all of the guys on the table. Scott Mendelson joins at the table after there has already been, well, just a little bit of fatigue on Larry's arm. Scott looks slightly better before they slipped. He had good hand control. But Larry's back pressure was way too much, so Scott couldn't contain Larry. Once they applied the straps, Larry top rolled Scott easier than I expected. Scott believed that it was not a fair setup. He tried multiple times, but every time Larry made it look even more easier. Too much pronation. I was expecting Larry to test the hook against Scott, but he didn't do that. Maybe because he felt something really strong in Scott's arm. Adam Silver tried to hook Scott, but that didn't work out well. Scott was way too much. However, Scott Mendelson did clarify after arm wrestling that he has not been training for arm wrestling at all. That is why he is not so strong, not so good on the table anymore. One of the reasons why I made this video, and it may sound weird to most of you, is that when I was watching this video, I started wondering what was Scott Mendelson doing on Igor Mazurenko's Vendetta 50 card. It was by far the biggest arm wrestling card the arm wrestling world had ever seen till about Engin Terzi started East vs West. East vs West 2 or 3 to be precise. It was that big of a card in 2018. And I wasn't that big of an arm wrestling fan, not a hardcore arm wrestling fan like I am right now, but still I used to watch everything because there was almost no arm wrestling content back in 2018, so it was easy to catch up with everything. I just watched the pay-per-view. By the way, the link was broken, $30 pay-per-view. It didn't really work, but I watched whatever I can with that broken link. Tim Bresnan versus Rustam Babayev. The card was amazing. Gennady Quickvinia versus Dave Easy Money Chaffee. Vitali versus Oleg Zok. That match didn't ever happen. Denis Siplenkov versus Devon. Denis Siplenkov versus Andrei Pushkar. I started wondering what was Scott Mendelson versus Alex Kordecha doing on that card. I think it was just funny to remember that old moment. Of course, Scott Mendelson lost 6-0 to Alex Kordecha, but what really got him on that card? I want to know. Was it popularity? Maybe I am unaware of the powerlifting world, but I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out Old School Labs, the sponsors of this channel. They produce awesome supplements, so please find a combo for yourself and use the code ARMWrestlingNews AWNEWZ for awesome discounts. Thanks.